What makes a great story?
I think what makes a great story is different in a film than it is in a novel or a poem or another form of art. With film, it's a visual medium, but it's also auditory, and it's dealing with a narrative structure that's different from like other mediums. So to create a great story in film, it's a combination of so many things that it's almost like it's hard to even decipher it down to one thing. It comes down to these magic elements that just sometimes happen, right? It's doing as much as you can to tell an interesting story with universal themes and great acting and great cinematography and beautiful sound design and all those elements coming together to create a great story. Because I feel like you can have a great script in as a story, but the final film could not be great, or it could not gotten there. And why? Because those other elements weren't able to elevate that great script and tell that great story. So with film, it's like you have to get all those things together, deal with all the other logistics of actually shooting a movie, and sometimes let those happy accidents happen so that final product, for whatever, it just all came together. Sometimes you leave a set after shooting a movie and you're like, there were some cool moments. I don't even know if we have a story that like, did that work? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, God, that was so tough. And then you get into the editing room and you're like, whoa, that was a cool moment, or that was interesting. I never thought that take would have worked in that sort of way. So reshuffling scenes in post and kind of working all that out, you realize, oh, so that totally worked, or that was what elevated it to the next level.
So that happens a lot, I guess, then, for probably many filmmakers, where you do your 16-day shoot, and then you have all your footage and you're driving back, or whatever's happening, you're packing up the trucks, and do we even have a movie here? And is that like do you think that's a common thing?
I feel like for me as a director, every time I finish a movie, it doesn't matter how amazing the experience was, there's always that niggling thing in the back of your mind where you're thinking, God, did I cover the scenes? Like, did we cover the movie? Like, did we miss any shots? Did we, was that kind of thing? I mean, there's always going to be that little niggling thing in the back of my mind, at least, where I'm not 110% sure yet until I actually get into post, work with my editor, and start piecing the pieces of the puzzle together. And that's one of the things that I've learned over my career as a filmmaker, as a storyteller, is on set, what you're trying to do is you're just trying to get little pieces of the puzzle, right? This shot will get this story, this element of the story told. This scene will be this piece of the puzzle. And it's about getting all those little pieces of the puzzle so that once you get into editing, all those like pieces kind of come together. And it's hard to know when you're done, oh, all the pieces are going to fit perfectly, right? You try to edit it in your head as much as possible, but at the same time, there's always going to be that little thing, and you have to you got to be confident enough to just say, okay, let's keep going. We got it. Let's do it.